Is credit card debt going to bankrupt America? All right, so a lot of people are saying credit cards are out of control. Oh, my goodness. By the way, look at this beautiful, beautiful day. This is out there. Look at this. It's up there watering my, I don't know if you can see those fruit trees back there. Just starting to bud. I'd love to get some fruit trees, some peaches, some pears, some plums, some apples, some figs. Got some strawberries. I mean, yeah, I got a little bit of strawberries up there. Got some blueberries, raspberries. I'd like to see some this year, trees. I'd like to see some fruit. Please let me see some fruit. If I got to take my freaking airsoft and start smoking squirrels who try to get in my peach trees, I'm going to have to be out here all night long with some freaking night observation goggles and start plucking them one by one. Don't be messing with my peaches and squirrels too, man, and the birds. Anyway. So I've been playing around with this just from consumer finances, because everyone's like, credit card debt's out of control. In fact, let's just go to Google and see what they say, shall we? Clicked on credit card debt, and we see credit card debt. The Independent Institute is a pretty right-wing group, too. The credit card debt epidemic, 887 billion credit card debt. More Americans are racking up credit card debt as inflation pushes up the cost of food. Inflation still doesn't let go. 36% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings. Ah! The average tax refund is $3,000. Much will go to pay off credit card debt. So, we're all gonna buy. This guy's got $100,000 credit card debt. He's broke. Ah! Anyway, so credit card balances have increased by $50 billion to 1.13 trillion. Obviously, it's a hot topic because you got all these sponsors: NerdWallet, SoFi. Independent Institute. It's weird that they're sponsoring an ad for a credit card debt epidemic. Strange. Anytime it's a lot of ads on that, that means it's a high tracked topic, credit card debt. Anyway, so let's take a look here. I want to go back. I want to go back to see, is there an epidemic? Now, these are from the Survey of Consumer Finances. Get out of here, horny. Hey, waspy. I might not be. I don't know what that is, but anyway. And we're going to look at the median credit card debt. This is 2022 numbers. So in 1989, it's at $2022. So this is inflation adjustment. And we're going to go to, get out of here, waspy. I know, look, I'm sweet. I get it. Everyone likes the old Josh, but I don't like wasps liking me. So you can see, hold on a second. Take a look. We're just going to start with the older people right here. And you can, older people had $460, I guess, in credit card debt in 1989, and now they got $1,700 in credit card debt in 2022. So that, that's a significant jump. That's a 400% increase basically, or maybe a 300% increase. But 1.7 is the median credit card debt, and by the way, that just includes the people who actually have. And the median are for those right here. The median and mean amounts of holdings are for those who have any. All right, and so of the people who have a credit card debt. The median is $1,700, and if we take how many people actually have that, less than a third actually have credit card debt. So very low credit card. All right, now let's go to 65 to 74, and you can see a pretty big jump there. They had in 1989 $1,270 of credit card debt, and now they're up, roughly a third, 3 times. They've tripled. They tripled the credit card debt. Again, the median is $3,500 for people 65 to 74. If they had credit card debt, how many people actually had credit card debt of this age group? Only a third. All right, so that means 2/3 of the people had no credit card debt. Of those third of the people who had credit card debt, the median, what we say, is $3,000. All right, so that's not, again, not going to make or break your retirement. Let's go to these people here. 2,000 in 1989, and again, 2022 numbers, and now they got 3,000, was it 2,000? 2.3 to 3.5, same kind of thing. They've gone up a little bit. Percent holding though, 44. So less than half the people have that. All right, so we're not drowning in credit card debt relative to any other time. Let's go to these people here. Now these people are like, oh my goodness, look at that, Josh. Oh, 49% of the people had credit card debt who were the age of 45 to 54 in 1989. Now 57% of people have credit card debt. So more than half. The median credit card debt is almost identical where it was. It's 2.3 thousand. In 1989, and now it's at 3,000. So it's gone up $700. Yeah, I mean, the reason it's gone up $700 is more people have credit card debt, but still a significant minority doesn't have any credit card debt at all. That's the age group 45 to 54. Now we go to 35 to 44 years old. Less people have credit card debt it's 50% in 1989. It's 52%. I should say less people had credit card debt back in 1989, but not many. Basically, about half of the people of 35 to 44-year-olds had credit card debt back then. Now their median balance is, I mean, my goodness, it was 2.3 thousand, and now it's 2.9 thousand. And now we just go to these guys right here, less than 35 percent holding. It was 45% before. Now it's 48%. Still less than half the people less than 35 have any credit card debt. And the amount of credit card debt they have is, it was 2,300 back in 1989, and now it's $1,700 now. And you could attribute that to, you know, getting stopped and student loan payments and all that. But still, man, that's, I mean, come on. All right, so now let's go here. We're going to say a guy who was 40 years old right here in 1989 had $2,300 in credit card debt. And then we're going to say in 10 years later, in 1999, he's 50 years old. Right there, he went from $2,300 to $3,208 in credit card debt. Now we're going to go to 2010, when he was right there. He went 40, 50, 60 years old. Now he has $3,802 in credit card debt. One second. Go here, and in 2020, right here, he's got $3,300 credit card debt. So he's gone up from credit card debt from when he was 40 years old in 1989, $2,000 to now he's got $3,000. That's assuming he carried any credit card debt at all. Left off because that knucklehead right there. Look, knucklehead. Look, Benny. He just loves being outside to play. It's so funny. But anyway, so we go back to this. We see so we go right here. He had 40 years old. He had $2,300 credit card debt in 2022. Again, that's assuming he had any credit card debt. And now he's 70 years old. He's got $3,500 in credit card debt. And the percent holding credit card debt at 40 years old was about half. The percent holding credit card debt at 70 years old is about a third. It just is not a significant issue there. It's just not, man. Now, I'm going to share with this guy right here, my man Ben. What the hell is his name? Ben Carlson. Right here. And he makes a real good point. How bad is credit card debt usage in America? And he says, check this out. He just caught me while I was eating an orange. He says he got new credit card debt. As a personal finance junkie, I always like to thumb through this stuff, the small print. The interest rates are 28.24%, he says. And then he goes over the number of accounts by loan type. You can see the auto loan's gone up a little bit, mortgage flat, home equity line of credit's gone down. This is going back to 2003, excuse me. The number of credit card loans has gone up, but the only reason for that is, like Ben says, is because, like he does, he gives it for the points and all that stuff. But the number right here, while other types of debt are relatively stable, the number of credit card accounts continues to grow. This could be because more people are going into credit card debt, or people like me who are opening more accounts to earn the rewards and deals, 100%. But you can see the credit card debt, it's not, I mean, look, in terms of delinquency, it's about where it was in 2003. We can see mortgage delinquency a little bit higher than 2000 mortgages in the yellow. It's lower than 2003. Home equity revolving debt is lower, about the same as it was in 2003. Auto loan debt, I can't tell which one's auto loans. At the green, is a little bit higher than it was in 2003, but not significant. It's just not. Anyway, so then he talks about here, number of consumers with new foreclosures and bankruptcies is way down. Way down. I mean, this goes back to 2003. Just way down. Bankruptcies, foreclosures, credit card balances by all families. We just kind of talked about that. You see 45% of Americans have credit card debt. The number has been relatively stable over, this goes back to 1989, like I just showed you. The median balance, again, for people who actually have credit card debt is $2,700. I mean, just not that big of a deal. Credit card balances by all families have been dropping significantly since 2008. Here's a kicker, though. We live in a bifurcated world when it comes to credit card debt. The 45% of people who carry a balance are paying some of the highest borrowing rates. Is the biggest form of anti-compounding out there. The 55% who use credit cards are being subsidized by the 45% who are carrying a balance. Don't pay a balance. Don't take a balance. Check this out. Check this out. I was looking at this right here. This is from EBRI, and I think it's Chase or something like that. Yeah, EBRI. How consumer spending spikes in student loan debt. We're just going to go to consumer spending in this one. Let me show you what I'm talking about. They talk about this. Just came out yesterday as a video or a seminar, webinar they did. I didn't attend the webinar. I forgot, but I just got to download the slide deck. Retirement readiness. Those with higher credit card utilization, they use their credit card more, are more likely to have lower 401k balances. Average balances by credit card utilization, and here you can see the median balance is 187 if you don't use your credit card at all. And I don't know if that means utilization means carrying a balance or not. I didn't see that, but just, you can go right here and they show you the utilization. A third of the people don't even utilize their credit card at all. And then another, basically 50% have utilized it between 0 and 19%. I don't know what that means. But I don't know if that's carrying a balance or what. I just don't know. But anyway, you can see right here, the more you use your credit card, assuming carry a balance, the lower your median 401k balance is. Here's heavy utilization, higher credit card debt. I assume that's utilization means having a debt that you're carrying. And you can see right here, or it might be a percentage of the loan to value. So if you have a $10,000 line of credit and you're using $8,000, you have $8,000 or more as a balance, your utilization is 80 to 100%. I get that now. So it's basically carrying a bigger balance relative to your line of credit, I assume. But anyway, so the low, if you don't have any debt on your credit card, you have a median balance of $187,000. For participants with income between $75,000 and $100,000 with tenure 15 years plus. If you have a balance on your credit card debt, a high utilization balance, you're carrying less than half of what these other people did. And again, this is the same group of people, those between income between 75 and 100 with tenure 15 years. So it's not like, because I initially thought, yeah, but maybe it's just young people, making $75,000. They have a credit card balance. I got orange stuff on my beard there. Sorry, guys. But it wasn't that. It was like literally people with at least 15 years tenure in their job and who are making between 75 and 100. Now you go over here. And this holds true for even with a higher income. If you don't use your credit card balance or a small utilization, your median account balance on your 401k is $360. This is for people with $100,000 of income or more with tenures of 15 years. It's a third of what it is if you have a high utilization on your credit card. $138,000 is your median account balance, and that's for people making pretty good money. The point being is the credit card debt isn't going to bankrupt us. It just won't. I mean, it's just not that big of an issue, no matter what the mainstream media likes to say. It's just not. But the lesson we can learn is make sure you don't have a balance on your credit card, because the interest rates are going higher and higher and higher, and as such, you're going to have to pay more and more of your earnings to pay it off, man. Like that guy just said, Ben Carlson, whatever his name is, 28.49% was the APR. That's freaking. This is insanity. So you got to pay off your credit card, but it's not going to bankrupt. Actually, what I did find was interesting on this piece of this. Check this out. Impact of student loan payments on retirement readiness. Right here. I thought this was very interesting. First of all, percentage of households with student loan debt by income. So remember they say Joe Biden is going to help the Democrats help the poor and middle class. Well, the higher the income, the more student loan debt you have, which means when Joe Biden is forgiving student loan debt, he's rewarding wealthy people, that's for sure. But anyway, check this out. This is very interesting to me. Average employee contributions for employees with $55,000 more in income, all right? So the average amount of money, so if you have no student loan, debt payments, that's in the yellow, you're putting 7.7, 7.4, 6.8, 7.4% of your income into a 401k. If you have student loan payments, you're putting right here significantly less. Average contribution rates were significantly higher for those making no student loan payments. Isn't that interesting? 6.4, 6, 5.86 literally, we're talking 20% higher. Interesting. Average 401k balance for employees with income $55,000 or more by tenure. With those with student loan payments, blue, always have lower 401k balances than those without any. Very interesting. And what happens when when contribution rates, when participants' loans stop or start? Is what happens is if contributions right here, percent increase in contributions when student loan payment stops, 33% increase in student loan in contributions to your 401k when student loan payments stopped. When student loan payments started, they're 25% decrease. So, at the end of the day, if Sniffy Joe gets rid of student loans, maybe they'll have a big bump to our 401k balances because they're going to have a whole lot more money going in to your 401k. So getting rid of student loans might benefit your own 401k account balance. Something like that. All right, love your thoughts. Don't forget, I got to say this at the beginning. How many of you are subscribed to this channel? Are you not? You're probably not, because this is a 14-minute video. People don't watch that far. Well, if you're not, you better survive. You better subscribe right down there. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button. All right, God bless.